Tweeting.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Wearable Wednesday. I'm here with the lovely Wearable Wendy, live from Rochester. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Tim.
Hello. I don't know how things are doing in your neck of the woods here in the U.S. or around the world, but it's about 93 degrees right now here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Summer has completely taken us by storm. How's the weather there in Rochester?
Well, I would like to say that summer has taken us by storm, but we are still waiting for the arrival of spring here in upstate New York. I mean, it's sunny, 50s. It is supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow, so we'll take that and hope that that means the spring is here.
Amen. Yeah, because I know you guys up there and everybody up there on that northern peninsula, well, all of them down in Dallas are whining too, but I mean up there north, you guys have just been hammered all winter long.
We're over it. We are over it. Bring on the heat. We're ready.
Amen. Bring the heat. We're gonna make that a hashtag today. Bring the heat.
Bring the heat.
On Wearable Wednesday, so tweet that, put it in your post, in the comments. In the event thread, you're welcome to place comments. Here in the video thread, you're also able to place some comments. We'll be monitoring those and responding, and Sean, of course, our trusty sidekick, is right there with you. A few things we want to talk about. Last week, I was at a Starbucks on the side of the road. It was raining cats and dogs. I felt like I was in a Noah video. And Wendy was unable to be with us because of what she's going to be showing us here in just a few minutes. Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to give you a quick update, even though we had a show there from that noisy Starbucks, and I apologize for the sound. Thank you, Scott Leathersitch, for helping me out, because unless you intentionally muted me, but we really were doing some really creative stuff last week, and really looking forward to sharing some of that with you. For instance, last week I was at the Blue Cross Blue Shield IT Summit, and so at that IT Summit we were talking specifically about wearables. And it was amazing. I don't know how many of you are in particular in the medical field, but you've seen some of the things that we've been doing with our magnification loops. You've seen some of the things that we've been doing with some of the software solutions that some of our partners are doing at Apex, Icanos, and some of the other guys that are making really awesome applications for medical. It was really cool because here are all these IT people from Blue Cross Blue Shields all around the whole entire U.S. And they've got so much going on with what they're doing in the cloud and how they're presenting medical solutions for people that are members, subscribers, that are doctors. And you know, the thing that was burning up was wearables. It was amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and we're just getting started, really. So I'm glad that you had an opportunity to be there. How was your presentation?
It was good. You know who else was there with me? It was John Nosta from Forbes.
Okay, good.
So he was there. He says he didn't bring his GPLC because he wanted me to have all the thunder, but it was a huge hit. John was great. He was talking more about the philosophical pieces of where wearables are going, and no matter whether it's the eyewear itself that we work with, or it's the clothing that would have sensors built into them, or wristbands like your Misfit or your iWatch. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got so many wearables on. You need like a wearable necklace.
I know. Well, I need one of those blooms from Misfit. I do.
Yeah, or if Coach could make like a wearable collar in red, that'd be a big deal, wouldn't it?
Well, I am a Coach VIP, so maybe I should just reach out to them and have them get on that for me, and I could be their wearable mascot at Coach. That's
yeah,
right.
And you know, we're on the line right now, so they're probably on the interweb here. So Coach, if you're listening, reach out to Wendy. She could use some wearable Coach goodies. But you know, the demonstration went really, really well. It's on the evolution of invisible tech, is what we call it here at Rochester. Is that we're not trying to make glasses bigger and all that. We're trying to make your life easier with using some of these technologies to assist you in whatever it is that you need. If it's an industry or an enterprise solution where you need safety-rated type materials, fine. If it's something that's more fashion and just lifestyle that you just wear for a piece of your life, like at the beach or you're going boating or things like that, where you're going to see something that you're going to be very interested in here in just a couple of minutes. But overall, they absolutely loved it, Wendy.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. You know, we've got some more stuff coming up here. Let's see.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and we are announcing, we're happy to announce that, San Francisco. That's right. So you and I will be at the Wearable Technology Adoption and Monetization Summit in October. I think it's the 7th and 8th.
I think it is, yeah.
Silicon Valley with some of the other big wearable companies like IBM, Misfit, Jawbone, and we'll be out there talking about how to really monetize wearable technology. So that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, because that's really the key, really, is you know, how do you adopt it, and then how do you make money off it, right?
For your business.
For your business, right? You know, just talking about wearables, or you know, like, I mean, I don't know how many wearables, frankly, that I have paid for order now, and it'll be available June of 2019 or whatever. Right. And I mean, I was thinking about that last night, and I was like, man, you know what? I should just call these people and tell them I want all my money back. Because I've got years to wait before I'm going to ever see your product. Yep. So this conference in Silicon Valley with all of our folks out there, major players, and Rochester Optical is, of course, lead sponsor. I'll be the chairman of that event, so I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. But Wendy and I will be out there talking about how you can adopt it. You'll be able to talk with all of these leaders. People who are already deep into wearables, not just software, but integration with big stuff, SAP, Salesforce, and so much more. But you'll be able to talk about the whole thing from the eyewear or the wearable tech all the way through to integration and implementation, where you're going to be able to make money or save money. So kind of a big deal. We'll drop the link here in the event so you guys can click on that and take a look at what's going on, who's going to be speaking and stuff. It's going to be pretty cool, especially being in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I love the West Coast. It's been far too long for me since I've been out there, so this will be a fun trip.
Yeah, we'll go over to Fisherman's Wharf and see the seals over there, and
absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be good. June's a great time to be in the Bay Area.
October. Even
summer. Better. Yeah, you feel. You know what? Nice thing about California is you've got December 12th to January 20th, and that's your winter. Everything else feels the same in between the forest fires. So, and
I really want to hook up with the Misfit people while we're out there, because I would like to monetize my Shine Band. You know, a little quick segue, funny story. We're doing some stuff with a local radio station here, and you know, I met with one of the morning co-hosts of one of the most popular radio shows in our market, and gave him a demo of my Google Glass, and I had my Shine Band on because I wear it religiously every single day. And so I'm showing him Glass, right, and I'm doing all this stuff, and he goes, he's like, I gotta know what that thing on your wrist is, and he was talking about my Shine Band. So I walked him through my Shine Band, and that it seems to be taking off in the Rochester market because there's a bunch of us that are wearing it and talking about it all the time. So I got to figure out how to monetize my Shine Band.
Yeah, Shine's Misfit, I tell you, has got it right.
Yes,
you know, from the simplicity, the elegance of it, it does kind of what we want, all we want it to do, and that's plenty.
It motivates me because there's other people that are keeping an eye on what I'm doing. And it's not the whole world, it's a few select people. And you know, when we talked about it 2 weeks ago, we hung up our live hangout here, and my phone rang within 15 minutes of somebody that was on our hangout and wanted more information about the Shine Band. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So I told her to look me up when she got hers, and we would compete against each other. So I love it. I'd love to meet those folks again and explore more with that.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about what Misfit has done is they've created a insulated space for you to share your data, and so there's not really a privacy concern,
Right.
you know, because it's only who you let in, right?
That's right.
So
That's
I mean,
right.
I think you can join the global and you can publish all your stuff everywhere. But if you just want to invite like 2 or 3 people, or you and your husband or wife or girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, you can do all that. So Misfit, we're looking forward to seeing you out there in California. So big deal. We want to do you know, enough chit chat. This is a kind of a really special episode for us because we've been working on this for probably a month, you know, hard and heavy, and then the last 2 weeks, Wendy's been neck down with working with our designers, working with our lab, working with some of our guys like Scott, Leather Sitch, working with our designers, working with some there in the optical component piece. Anyway, everybody's looked at this and put all this together. We said, how do we make this happen? Since it's nowhere, we cannot find it anywhere. So what did we come up with, Wendy? I can't wait any longer.
Well, as we come into spring, first let me say I missed you guys last week. You know, it just unfortunately couldn't be helped because I was tied up on this product development. But as we come into the sunshine here, at least in Rochester, I know you're already well into it. You know, we had such a huge response to those polarized tints that we showed you guys, and we're working on making those available for sale. It's taken us a little bit longer than anticipated, but I saw a couple renderings online of some different lenses that people had sort of done sketches of on their Google Glass, and that really got us thinking about, you know, we're an optical, Rochester Optical is an optical company. We make eyeglasses. That's what we do. We have a full optical lab. We do custom lenses, the whole 9 yards. So we took that whole tinted lens thing to the next level, and even though I think pink tinted lenses are hot and purple polarized lenses are hot, there's a whole other market that we are now tapping into, and that is sort of the aviator, if you will, market, call it. And so we're working on some mirrored lenses for Google Glass.
Whoa, Terminator.
Is that not hot or what?
That's amazing.
So, and these lenses can be fit right into our smart frames that we've already designed for glass. They come in several colors. So I've gone back to the grape smart frame, which is one of my favorites, and these are purple.
That is really sharp.
Yep, that's a nice
purple. That is really sharp.
I've got a blue smart frame with a blue mirror tint in it.
Ooh.
And then
that one's coming my way.
Yeah, I'll overnight that one to you. And this next one is when I saw the lenses not in the frame, I wasn't crazy about them. But you know, and I have cotton glass, and cotton glass is hard to find a frame that looks fun and fashionable on, right? Well, this one is a rainbow mirror. Can you see that? In the white smart frame.
Now look up and down just a little bit so we can. Oh, look at, wow.
So can you see those?
Yeah, that is cool.
So, and let me
that is really cool.
I'll get a picture here of your reaction to my mirrored lenses. So this is what I've been head down working on. We've had a team of people kind of brainstorming which colors, which shapes, and there's still more coming out, more prototypes that we're coming out with that we were working on for these. So they're not available quite yet. These are prototypes, but they will be very soon. So, and the big question that a lot of people have asked is, does the mirrored lens, does it interfere with looking at the heads-up display? Does that reflection affect the way you look at the content? And the answer is absolutely not. I can see my content on my HUD perfectly clear. So there's no reverse reflection from the mirrored lenses.
So there's no, it's not like, oh, I can somehow magically read what's in the balancing off or bouncing off the lens. It looks just like normal.
And you know what else is really interesting is with the dark mirrored lenses, you don't even see the HUD. You know how when you have your clear, your Google frame or our original smart GPLC frames with just the prescription lenses, you can see the HUD still in the upper right corner there. It's in your peripheral vision, but for some reason with these mirrored lenses, you can't even see it unless it's turned on.
No, you can see the housing, but the prism just disappears with the colored lens.
But you can't even see anything. So it's like wearing a regular pair of glasses, and until you turn it on and there it is, you don't even know it's there. So it's a really cool...
Look up here real close to the screen again. I want to get a picture of this. Real close to the screen, I want to get a picture of those lenses. Wow. So they're like a purple, a red, and like a green.
Yep, they go...
rainbow.
Yeah, they start out purple, and then there's some pink in there, and it kind of goes to a yellow. And depending on what angle you hold it up at and the way the light hits it, the colors change. So
man, that looks so sharp on that white.
Doesn't it look neat? So I'm really excited about this. Yep.
Cool.
So, and we, you know, with this...
So tell us some details about these. Are these some crazy... Now, these have no prescriptions in them, right?
They do not. So these are more of a fashion accessory, if you will.
Okay.
It's not that we can't do prescription lenses with the mirror coat. We can do those. But I wanted to really get some prototypes together to just be able to test, you know, what was going to happen with that mirror reflection on the heads-up display. And we've had no issues with it. So I'll get you your pair, Tim, so you can test them. Cool. And we can talk more next week about how we can get our hands on these to the public.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Now, are there any limits that you've found, or as people are kind of going to like Frame of Choice or going to wherever some of our distributors for these? I know some are watching this going, holy moly, I don't wear prescription lenses. I'd love some of those for summer, right? So is there anything, is there pre-shopping, is there a shape of the lens that we don't accommodate those mirror lenses with?
There is not, no. Although I will say, just from my personal opinion, you don't get much sun protection with our smaller shape, which I think is 8. And this, I believe, is the, Corrine, which shape is this? Is this the 31 that we did the mirrored lenses on?
Yes.
So this is our 31, number 31 smart frame. I'd have to give you the name. I don't know it by heart, but and this looks like an aviator. I mean, when the first time I saw this come out of the lab, I was like, wow, that, I mean, that's just got Top Gun written all over it, you know?
Dang, that is awesome. Yeah.
It's hashtag, actually, is the name of the frame. This is our hashtag frame.
That's the one. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
You are hashtag.
I am hashtag. That looks great. You know what you should do also in the background, that little glass skull you have with the Rochester cap on behind you?
Yep.
With those Google frames, you should put in a couple different, you should put in some lenses there so at least he's got a little bling bling going on.
Can you see him right now?
Yeah, I can see him.
How's that?
Now see, that guy's dope. That's dope.
That's my buddy back there. So
there's your buddy.
I will send you the hashtag frame, and you need to get it on your glass and get your hashtag hat on, and we need to get a picture of hashtag with the hashtag frame.
Next week, and by next week, will we have? So if everybody's ready to start buying, are we going to be? Will we probably have the info for them, or?
Yes, and we're going to start with non-prescription.
Okay.
So just a fashion accessory. Probably we will roll out to start with 5 different mirror colors.
Okay.
So there are so many. There's probably 25 to choose from, but I think we're going to start with 5.
Now, crazy question. Let's say I've got, let's say I've already got a GPLC, or let's say I've got Google's frames, the smaller, littler frames, and I'd like to put these lenses in them. What can will we be able to send those in? And
you could send your frame back. My recommendation would be to get a second pair.
Okay.
Because you want to keep your, if you've got prescription lenses already in yours.
Yeah, you don't want to be popping them in and out, right?
No. So my preference would be a second pair.
Okay, so that's smart.
That's what I've done. Yeah.
Good. Cool. So we can accommodate the Google frames, of course the GPLCs and all the different styles, and of course the newer ones that you've shown us already. Some of the new frames that are coming out. Boy, this is going to be dope. I mean, some of those new frames with those mirrored lenses, or some of the tinted ones we've already shown them. So that's fantastic.
I'm very
awesome, Wendy. It's fantastic. Okay, so now let's get to, because we're at 2:21. We like to keep this to under 30 minutes because we know you guys are busy folks, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you listening in with us, being with us, and we also want to say thank you for sharing the video and sharing the link with other people. We like seeing more and more people join us to hear this stuff live, and ping Wendy if you have any questions or you'd like to see something in particular. But the next thing we want to talk about, of course, is our insane offer. And Wendy, Patrick's actually leaving for Hong Kong next week, so she's pulled out all the stops. And this week's insane offer is truly certifiably insane.
Yes. Well, it has partly to do with the fact that I've been so busy that I haven't had a chance to really coordinate and help choose the right product to offer for a discount this week with our friends over at Frame of Choice. So what we did, as sort of my way of apologizing for missing last week. And
drum roll, please.
It's a little crazy.
Yes.
So it's not just one frame style that we are going to discount, but I have worked with the guys at Frame of Choice and gals, lovely gals, and we've come up with a discount code or a coupon that will give you 35% off site-wide. Now, I have to tell you, this 35% off discount is only good for a week, and there's a limited number. So once the last redemption of the coupon is used, that's it.
Gotcha.
So they haven't given me what the magic number is, but so there's not an unlimited amount of these. 35, that's 35% off your entire order, and that includes the Google Smart Frames and Smart Lenses from Rochester Optical.
Holy moly. So what you're telling me is from frameofchoice.com, what's the code?
It's Wearable Wednesday, no spaces.
No spaces? Do we use the hashtag or not?
No hashtag. I'm going to put it right up on, I'm putting it right up on the events page as we speak.
And can you put a link to the Frame of Choice too, so that we can just click, put in the code? Because if this is like the Google Glass, sale run, they didn't give us any numbers either, and it wasn't long, and then cotton was sold out, and then shortly after that, everything else was. So the sooner we can reward those that are with us today, that are here on the show with us, if you're interested. Everything is on sale, 35% off Frame of Choice. Thank you guys over at Frame of Choice. They do such a great job in our fulfillment for a lot of our products, and we're thrilled to be offering this. Wendy, that's fantastic. So, and people can share. There's really no limit except quantity-wise. So share with your friends, post it on Facebook or whatever you call that thing, Snapchat, WhatsApp.
If you have been waiting to order your smart frames, our patented notch frame for your Google Glass, if you've been waiting just because you're like, I can't really justify spending the money, This is a week to do it, because I'm probably going to get in trouble for discounting these, but I'm going to do it anyway because I owe you guys for not being here last week. So
you are such a rebel. I love it. I love it. That's what the big R. That's what the big R stands for down there. Rebel.
That's right. That's right.
Rochester Rebel.
That's right.
That's the NASCAR in you.
That's right. Yeah. Go fast, take chances, right?
Amen. Rubbin's racing. Okay. So, anything else you want to tell us? Anything else in preparation for next week's Wearable Wednesday?
Now, we just got more stuff coming. You know, it just keeps on. The ideas, just every time Patrick opens his mouth, a new idea comes out. So we're just constantly, we're just evolving every day.
Yeah.
So it's. I think my hair's starting to fall out or turn gray or so. I don't know which one, but you know, it's crazy.
Well, you got some Rochester hats back there, so if it gets too bad, you can just slap one of those on, and
There you go.
I'll put one on. I've got one here somewhere, and we'll just keep going. Well,
let me
great.
tell you one funny thing before we go.
I'd love to.
I had one of the gals here in the office was putting together my mirrored lenses on my GPLC, and so she put it on and handed it to me, and I went to try it on, and lo and behold, it was on upside down. Can you guys see that picture?
Nice. I love it.
So we had to capture the moment. So we've since corrected it, but that's this is how to not mount your smart frame on your Google Glass. So
Well, you're a giver. Look at that.
that's right.
That's
right.
awesome. Or you know what? If you could rotate them like a paddle or a rip off.
And I even tried to put them on the right way with the nose pads up here. That was even worse. So
Yeah. Well, see, we love doing what we're doing, and we love to have fun too. So that's great. And
that's right.
everybody, we want to say thank you again for joining us here on Wearable Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything is in the event, thanks to Google. It's also right here if you're watching this from some other channel. All the comments below, right down here, you can see that all of the links are there. Other pictures will be there. Images will be there. You can follow this back to the event on Google+, and you'll be able to see a lot of history, follow a lot of people who are into wearables and have some great designs and solutions. And we love the family that's growing here. And so, Wendy, thank you very much. And everybody, be good, and we will see you next Wednesday right here.
Yep. Have a great week, everybody.
All right, see you guys.